Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 1 of our league tournament with Stellar Crown Legal that happened at Die Hard Games on September 26, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play at whatever format everyone wants. Spooky League Challenge Thursday, October 24th at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Meowscarada. On the right, Hydrapple. Our Hydrapple player could not find a basic on their first draw of 7, so our Meowscarada got to draw an additional card, got to take a mulligan to start the game off. But our Hydrapple player went first. It looks like they played a trekking shoes to find another trekking shoes, to discard a grass energy, to draw an additional grass energy. Then Teal Mask Ogerpon EX in the active spot used its Teal Dance ability to accelerate a grass energy to itself and then draw an additional card, and that card that was drawn was the Lucky Nest Ball. That Nest Ball allowed the player to search their deck for a basic Applin to put onto the bench. Energy was attached to the Applin per turn, and then things were passed over to our Meowscarada player, who played a couple Pokemon from their hand to their bench, and then passed things back over to our Hydrapple player. Let's see if they can build a Hydrapple this turn, get some more Teal Mask Ogerpon in play, and take a KO if possible. Rare candy in hand that allows that apple to evolve into a dragon. 330 HP on that Pokemon there. Legacy Energy, the Ace Spec energy card, gets attached to that Hydrapple. It provides energy of any color, and also has the Pokemon give up one less prize card when it's KO'd. Interesting what Ace Spec to play in this deck here, as a Teal Dance happens to accelerate a grass energy to the active Ogerpon and draw a card. And now the Hydrapple player is debating on playing an Iono here. They are going to go for it. That supporter has each player shuffle their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards from the top equal to their remaining prize cards. Both players getting 6 here, causing a little bit of disruption, preserving the cards in hand for the Iono player as well. Next is a bug catching set. That item card has the player look at the top 7 cards of their deck, and they can put 2 of any combination of basic grass energy and grass Pokemon into their hand. It looks like an Applin, a Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, and a grass energy are potential targets. Now our player's just deciding the best options, and they finally go for the Applin and the Teal Mask Ogerpon off of the bug catching set. Gotta shuffle up that deck after playing that card, of course. And we still have some abilities to use for this turn. Plenty of grass energy in hand, so we're going to see another Teal Dance to the bench Ogerpon. Accelerate energy to it, draw a card. Grass energy, of course. Now we have Hydrapple's ability happening here. Hydrapple EX, of course, 330 HP, has the Ripening Charge ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you attached energy to a Pokemon in this way, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. It also has the Syrup Storm attack for 2 colorless energy, 30 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each grass energy attached to all your Pokemon. So this deck wants to flood the board with all the grass energy to swing big and take big knockouts with the big Hydrapple EX. So that energy was accelerated to that Applin with the Ripening Charge on the Hydrapple. I believe there's still even an energy attachment per turn, but either way, that Teal Mask Ogerpon is going to retreat into the Hydrapple And Hydrapple is going to swing for more than enough damage with its Syrup Storm to take the first KO on that Sprigatito. And our Meowscarada player will draw a card and start their next turn as they bench a Sprigatito and then play an Arven. That supporter allows the player to search their deck for an item card and a tool card. The item card will be that rare candy in order to build a Meowscarada. The tool card that's being eyed up is that Technical Machine Evolution. And let's see what else our Meowscarada player has in store for us. Rare Candy will allow that Sprigatito to evolve directly into Meowscarada EX. Ultra Ball is being played now, discarding double TM Evolution in order to search the deck for an Evolution Pokemon or Basic Pokemon, but the Evolution Pokemon Bibarel is chosen here with its powerful Industrious Incisors ability, allowing the player to draw up to 5 cards in hand when they decide to use it. It, of course, combos very nicely with that Skwovet that's on the bench and its Nest Stash ability. Double Turbo Energy gets attached to the active Meowscarada EX. It uses its ability Bouquet Magic now. Discard a grass energy from hand, and then you may choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and put 3 damage counters on it. So Bouquet Magic will do 3 damage to the bench Applin, I believe, with its very low 40 HP. Next we are seeing, I think that's Industrious Incisors first. Yes, just an Industrious Incisors drawing up to 5 cards in hand thanks to that Bibarel. Buddy Buddy Poffin is found and played here. That allows the player to search their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less to put onto the bench. Let's get more cats out, right? Just one additional Sprigatito will be found here and will join the party. We've got plenty of cats out at this point, I think. Shout out to the shiny cats, the most beautiful. Now, Meowscarada EX, as a Bidoof hits the bench, has a Scratching Nails attack, and I think we're just going to do that for 80. Scratching Nails does 100 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 120 more damage. So it could top out at 200 thanks to the double turbo energy reducing the attack damage by 20. But there was no damage on the active Hydrapple, so just 80 damage done there. 100 minus 20 for the double turbo energy. Punching the Hydrapple EX pretty hard, and play will resume over on its side with a rare candy being found, evolving that Hurt Applin on the bench into the giant Hydrapple EX. Damage, of course, will stay, but that can easily be healed with a Ripening Charge, of course. But maybe you want to get another... No, I don't think the Hydrapple player wants to get another Applin down here, since they can be easily picked off with Bouquet Magic / Radiant Alakazam ability, which we'll get to later if it comes up. There's energy in hand, so we could start dancing or healing, of course. We're going to start with the Teal Dance. I wanted to bench Teal Mask Ogerpon, Accelerate an Energy, Grass Energy, draw a card. You guys know the drill by now. I think our player is debating on healing this Hydrapple or not. Also, they want to decide, what attack they want to use. Can they one-shot the active Pokemon? 10 energy need to be in play in order for the one-shot. 4, 5, 6, so we need 4 more energy in play. That's what our players are calculating here. So I think the debate is there's a boss's orders in hand and a research in hand. So does the player have the means to accelerate 4 energy into play? They do. because they have 3 more abilities that can accelerate energy plus a energy attachment for turn, since one Teal Dance was already used. So as long as they can find the 4 more grass energy with something like Professor's Research, they'd be good to one-shot this opposing active Pokemon. But instead, they're going to go for a more conservative play of Boss's Orders, bring up that Bibarel, since that's the only draw engine currently out. The Meowscarada probably wouldn't clean up the KO on the Hydrapple the next turn. It can tank another hit. So let's take out the draw engine that's on board with the boss's orders and go from there. Player zooms over on Meowscarada's side. Double turbo energy attached to a bench cat. Arvin is played again in order to search the deck for that Night Stretcher item card that allows the player to get a basic energy or a Pokemon from their discard pile and put it back into their hand. And I imagine they're going to go right for that Bibarel, re-establish it. Night Stretcher, get the Bibarel back from the discard pile, evolve it on the bench. Next is Skwovet's Nestash, shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of the deck, and then draw a card. Combine that with Bibarel's Industrious Incisors, unless that was a playable card, in which it was. Buddy Buddy Poffin being played now. To take a look through the deck for a Pokemon with 70 HP or less. No target selected there, so that way we have a hand of 0. So that way we can draw the full 5 with Bibarel's Industrious Incisors. And try to put some things together here. Radiant Alakazam would be nice. Bibarel Industrious Incisors. I see the special ace spec was found here. The Grand Tree. Let's go ahead and read Grand Tree here for you guys. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from one of their basic Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon is evolved in this way, that player may search their deck for a Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then the player shuffles their deck. Of course, you can't evolve a basic that was just put into play. So we're going to target the Sprigatito. I guess both Sprigatitos were already in play. So Sprigatito with energy, of course, is the target for the Grand Tree, evolving into Florigato, then evolving into Meowscarada all in one go, thanks to this new powerful Stellar Crown Ace Spec Stadium card, Grand Tree. The other Sprigatito also evolved into Florigato. We just had that in hand. And I think that might be it, other than attack, of course, for 200. So yes, 200 damage. Meowscarada attacks the active 4 with its Scratching Nails attack, bringing that Hydrapple up to 280 damage. 50 HP left. Can you guys see the nice big white die pips and damage so easily now? I know they've totally just take up the whole card, but it's a lot easier to see in video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As our Hydrapple player continues play over on their side, that heavily damaged Hydrapple in the active has the Legacy Energy attached, so remember it's only worth 1 prize card if it gets knocked out. Unless the Legacy Energy is removed with something like Enhanced Hammer or any other special energy removal. But first, to Buddy Buddy Poffin. Again, I don't think the Hydrapple player wants to put a 40 HP Applin in play at this point. There's already a couple Hydrapple out. It'd be nice to maybe build another one, but just with the threat of Bouquet Magic, Radiant Alakazam, it just seems like handing the the apple on a silver platter to our Meowscarada here. So our player is going to take the opportunity to look through the deck with the Buddy Buddy Poffin, see what resources are available, make the final call on whether or not another Applin wants to be established. It looks like no, as they then put down a third Teal Mask Ogre Pawn from their hand into play. And it looks like Professor's Research may be the next play here. I didn't quite see what else was. Iono and Ultra Ball, maybe? No. Another Hydrapple. Okay, looks like this is just a fine route for our player to take. Just draw as many cards as they want. Iono could be nice to disrupt the opponent, but it's not as potent with the Bibero / Skwovet in play. Just depends on how many cards are in the opponent's hand. So instead, going to go for Professor's Research as the supporter for a turn, discarding the hand and drawing 7 fresh new cards. We're just looking for more grass energy at this point. More supporters for the next turn. There's already 3 Teal Mask in play, so you don't really need more than that. Maybe the Pheasantipity would be great to establish here, since that Hydrapple is at risk of getting KO'd. It does have a massive 3 retreat cost, so Teal Mask uses its Teal Dance on the bench to accelerate an energy to it, and then draw a card maybe, if a player remembers. It's just so powerful getting accelerating energy into play, you forget that you get to draw a card as well. Next is a Nest Ball. It allows the player to search their deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. And there we go. Pheasantipity EX with the powerful Flip the Script ability is established. Teal Dance number 2 to a second bench Teal Mask Ogre Pawn EX. Accelerate energy, draw a card. And I think we can one-shot this Meowscarada now. Third Teal Mask, Teal Dance. Accelerate another grass energy, draw a card. And next is Bug Catching Set. Look at the top 7 cards. Any combo of grass, Pokemon, and grass energy to put into the hand. 2 of them. Looks like 2 grass energy are found. That's exactly what they wanted. All the Pokemon that they want are in play currently, so no need for grass Pokemon, just need grass energy. More energy can be accelerated, of course, with Hydrapple's ability, Ripening Charge. I think you definitely Ripening Charge the bench one now to heal off that 30 damage. So there we go, Ripening Charge, accelerate an energy to the Hydrapple, heal 30 damage. There's still the energy attachment per turn. You still can do a Ripening Charge with the active Hydrapple. You probably do that, but there's also merit to keeping the energy in hand to draw more cards with Teal Mask Ogre Pawn for next turn. Let's do an energy count here. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got the 10 energy in play. So 10 times, remember Hydrapple's attack is 30 plus 30 more for each grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So since there's 10, 300 base plus 30, 330. Enough to KO the 310 HP Costume Cat across from it. Our players are going to make extra sure tonight. With the calculator we always carry in our pocket now, that our math is correct. Nothing else to play from hand, so big Syrup Storm for the knockout on Hydrapple's side here. Meowscarada tiptoes into the active spot and play resumes over on its side, starting things off with a Super Rod. Going to shuffle back into the deck a couple of Sprigatito and a Meowscarada from the discard pile back into the deck, thanks to that powerful Super Rod item here. The Grand Tree is still in play, and yep, can be taken advantage. I guess not really taken advantage, because that Florigato on the bench can evolve into the Meowscarada. And yes, you definitely have to evolve to stage 1, then 2. You can't just go have a stage 1 in play and then evolve into a stage 2 with that Grand Tree. Next is Buddy Buddy Poffin, bringing out a couple more, just one more Sprigatito from the deck onto the bench here. With 2 prize cards remaining on the Hydrapple side, it's more so just to thin the deck out. They choose to. You could have got the 2 to thin the deck out even more, but the player values that 5th bench space there to be flexible. And Boss's Orders, or Iono Boss's Orders, will bring up the benched Teal Mask Ogerpon EX with 3 energy on it. So if they can take a KO on that, they could remove 3 energy from play. That would be pretty powerful. Alright, next was a Nestash, I believe. Yep, from that Skwovet, shuffle the hand, put it at the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card, and then Industrious Incisors is used next to draw up to 4 cards off of this Industrious Incisors here. And we're just looking for that Radiant Alakazam, I think. Meowscarada EX found and evolved on the bench. Double Turbo Energy attached to it. There is an Ultra Ball in hand, so that Radiant Alakazam, if it's in the list and if it's in the deck, can be found here. Looks like they're going for the Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. And that Pokemon, the Radiant Alakazam. And its Painful Spoons ability. Once during a turn, you may move up to 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of their Pokemon. So this is the combo here. Move at least 1 damage counter from a benched Pokemon to the active 210 HP Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. And then the Scratching Nails will do the full 200 now. 210 will take the KO on the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX for 2 prize cards. Now can our Hydrapple player put enough energy into play to take the 1 shot on the opposing Meowscarada and the last 2 prize cards for the game? We're doing a count of the energy, 6, 7, so 3 more energy will need to be put into play. Of course, the Pheasantipity Flip the Script is online for this turn if needed. Hydrapple floats into the active spot, and with that superior energy retrieval, discard 2 cards. You could put up to 4 basic energy from the discard pile into the hand. At least 3 of them can be accelerated here to put the 10 energy in play to do 330 damage to KO the opposing Meowscarada EX for the last 2 prize cards of the game. What you guys think of this video? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.